That's not how it works. You don't detain somebody and then go on a fishing expedition.
Sir, you can't just drop a package here and walk out and don't want to answer anything. We got to know what you're dropping off.
You better have a crime. You better have a crime.
What is dropping off?
You better have a crime.
Who you are, you refuse.
I'm under no obligation to answer your question. What lawful obligation am I under?
Have you ever wondered what unfolds behind the scenes during a tense interaction with the police? Today on Cops and Consequences, we delve into a gripping case that highlights the complexities of police procedures and citizens' rights. Imagine delivering important documents to a police station, only to find yourself unexpectedly detained. This is exactly what happened to Sean Thomas on July 29, 2020. After submitting multiple affidavits to the NYPD Transit District 11 station without any issues, Mr. Thomas returned 4 months later, only to face an unsettling encounter. Don't miss these shocking truths. You're watching Cops and Consequences. Subscribe now to join our community.
Thanks. The officer's name is on it. Huh?
Where's it coming from?
What? It's for the officer. Just hand it to the officer.
Yeah, but who you? Who you are?
I'm delivering, just a messenger.
Yo. Come over here.
Don't put your hands on me, man.
Yo, they told you to stop.
I don't give a. Don't put
They
your
told you
hands
to
on
stop.
me. I don't care. You don't put
You
your hands
stop.
on me. You don't put your
They
hands
told you
on
to
me.
stop, right?
As Mr. Thomas was leaving the police station, a plainclothes officer abruptly grabbed his arm and demanded he stop, without revealing his identity as a law enforcement officer. Plainclothes officers, who blend into the community by wearing civilian attire, are intended to prevent crime proactively. However, New York City's history with such officers is fraught with controversy. The NYPD's roving plainclothes anti-crime units were disbanded in 2020 due to numerous complaints about excessive force and racial targeting. Despite their disbandment, the NYPD still employs plainclothes officers, and efforts to reinstate specialized units have resurfaced in response to rising gun violence. Legally, while these officers don't always need to disclose their status, they are generally required to identify themselves during stops unless specific dangerous circumstances justify otherwise. In Mr. Thomas's case, the lack of identification likely contributed to the escalation of the situation.
Authority you got.
Come here. Sir, come here.
There you go.
Yo. Come over here, man.
Yo, get your hands
Come
off
on.
me.
Come on.
Hold on, who are you? Who are
I'm
you?
a cop, too.
He's a cop.
I'm a cop,
Identify
too.
yourself.
He's a cop. I'm telling you.
Identify
We're
yourself.
all cops here. We're all cops here.
Get your hands off of me.
Don't do that. We'll put you through.
Yeah,
All
put
right?
me through. Put me
Put you
through.
through.
Put me
Put you
through.
through.
We'll see how that works out.
Just sit down, baby.
No, I'm not. I'm not sitting down. I'm not sitting down. That's right. Put me in cuffs. Go ahead. Put me in cuffs.
What's going on? You're
Put
delivering?
me in cuffs. You the sergeant?
Yeah.
You have a
Put your hands down. Don't point at him.
you have an obligation to intervene.
got cuffs.
You have an
Give me cuffs.
affirmative obligation. You got a crime? You got a crime?
I didn't know what you handed me.
You have an obligation.
I didn't know what you handed me.
Do you have a crime?
Where did you?
So you don't know if you have a
We
crime.
don't
So you don't know. That's not a reason to detain somebody. Now, why am I being detained?
We don't know.
I want suspicion of the crime. That's not how it works. You get a suspicion of a crime. Give me the suspicion of the crime.
During the detention, the sergeant informed Mr. Thomas that his detainment was due to uncertainty about the contents of the package he delivered. Mr. Thomas contested this by stating that without a clear accusation, the detention was unwarranted. Legally, police officers only need a reasonable suspicion, not a specific crime, to initiate a brief investigatory stop. The Supreme Court has established that behaviors such as nervousness or evasiveness can justify such suspicions. Although delivering documents to a police station is not illegal, Mr. Thomas's reluctance to explain the package's contents raised red flags for the officers. While the envelope appeared harmless and contained only papers, the officers might have feared a potential threat, such as a chemical weapon. Balancing these factors, it's a complex scenario to predict how a court would rule, as different jurisdictions might interpret the circumstances uniquely.
You gotta check your pockets. You don't have to search my pockets.
Yes, you're not
It's a Fourth Amendment violation. I'm in your custody. I'm in your custody.
Well,
I'm
you know
lawfully in your
what?
custody.
You know what?
And you have an obligation to intervene. You're
I'm
personally
asking
liable.
you who you are.
I don't give a who you what you're asking. What obligation am I under to answer your question?
All right, so we don't know what's in here. We're asking you what it is. You are the one bringing this here.
That's right.
Exactly. So
That's right.
What are you bringing here? We asked the questions here because you came into our
I'm
place.
under no lawful obligation to answer your question.
Marvelous. You're not.
I am. What lawful? Cite the law that I'm obligated to answer your question.
You're not.
Cite it. Set the up and cite it.
I'll tell you, it's simple. We brought this here.
Yeah.
We need to know what it is.
Okay, fine. What crime have I committed? What crime have
We're
I
about to
committed?
find out. I'll tell you that.
While Mr. Thomas is in handcuffs, the officers search his pocket.
While detained, the officers proceeded to search Mr. Thomas's pockets and found a knife. Even if the initial detention was justified, the subsequent actions likely violated his Fourth Amendment rights. The Supreme Court has clarified that without probable cause, police cannot conduct a full search or impose conditions that amount to an arrest. The use of handcuffs and the extent of the search suggests that Mr. Thomas was subjected to a de facto arrest, which is unconstitutional without proper justification. According to NYPD procedures, officers are limited in how they can search individuals and are generally prohibited from moving suspects without consent unless there is an immediate safety concern. In this instance, the officer's actions went beyond what is permissible during a Terry stop, undermining Mr. Thomas's constitutional protections.
That's not how it works. You don't detain somebody and then go on a fishing expedition.
You can't just drop a package here and walk out and don't want to answer anything. We got to know
I
what
tell
you're
you
dropping
what,
off.
you better have a crime. You better have a crime.
What is dropping off?
You better have a
We
crime.
asked you who you are, you refuse.
I'm under no obligation to answer your question. What lawful obligation am I under? What lawful obligation am I under to answer your question?
You dropping off a package.
I concede that. No, what lawful obligation am I under to answer your
You
question?
want me to accept a packet? Who are you?
What lawful obligation am
That's
I
not
under to
right.
Just for
answer
our
your
own
question?
safety. I don't know what's this.
What
is
lawful
this? What is
obligation am I under
this?
to
Sir,
answer
what
your
is this?
question?
What
Open
is
it.
this?
Open it.
I'm not going to open it. I don't know what is it. Where's your ID that you're a delivery person?
What obligation am I under to
You're
You're supposed to have your ID. If you're a delivery person, you're supposed to expose your ID.
unlawful search and seizure? You're party to it.
If you,
Your ass is out.
it's all right. This is,
Okay,
who's this?
As long as you say it's all right.
So do you have any cash on you? Where's your ID as a delivery person? Where's your ID? You have a delivery ID that you work for a company that you deliver package? I want to see that ID. And I want to call your company and see
I
who
do
you
not
are.
consent to searches and seizures. This is against my will.
After the search, Mr. Thomas was held in a cell for over 5 hours and charged with criminal possession of a weapon, a charge that was later dropped. On December 7, 2020, he filed a formal complaint with the Civilian Complaint Review Board, followed by a pro-SC civil rights lawsuit in October 2021. This case underscores the delicate balance between law enforcement duties and citizens' rights. While Mr. Thomas may have misunderstood the concept of reasonable suspicion, his decision to assert his rights by remaining silent and refusing an unconstitutional search was pivotal. Additionally, his proactive steps to seek accountability highlight the importance of legal recourse in addressing potential abuses of power. However, it's crucial to recognize that uniformly invoking the right to remain silent may not always be the most effective strategy in every situation.
You can go back to work. That's what I pay you to do, isn't it?
What's that?
Go back to work.
I'm sorry, no, you're trespassing right now. That's why I'm asking you what you're doing.
Trespassing on public
Yes.
property that I pay for?
Yes.
Can I have your name and badge number, please?
Yes.
This.
Who you are.
During the confrontation, the aggressive officer confiscates the auditor's camera before restraining him with handcuffs. You'll witness the incident from two perspectives, the auditor's camera and the officer's body cam. This dual-angle footage exposes the true nature of the interaction and highlights the discrepancies in the officer's behavior. Let's watch how these two angles unfold the events.
Recording you is against the law. Did you hear that, guys? This was officer, sorry, what's your name and badge number? Sorry?
David Laird.
Good, I'm gonna get to know it very well. You'll be listed in the lawsuit. Who else? Please give your name and badge number. Don't run away, you guys. They're escaping, you guys. They're already starting the cover up. I need everyone's badge. I need no, if I'm free to go, I'm free to stay. I need your name and badge number, sir. I need your name and badge number. I need your name and badge number. I need the sergeant out here. I need the lieutenant out here, or I need the chief of police out here. You guys are not just gonna walk away from this. I'm sorry. That officer f***ed up big time. Where is he? Where's he or she? Sir, you look like a sergeant. Can you please come over here and talk to me? They're running away, guys, like a bunch of scared rats, because they know they just stepped in it big time. Now they're just completely ignoring me. You guys are going to pay a lot for this. The city of South Padre Island is going to have to pay for this. Who's coming out to talk to me? Who's coming out to talk to me? They're all trying to ignore me, you guys. They're all trying to ignore me. They know they just stepped in it big time. Who's coming out to talk to me, sir? Who's coming out to talk to me?
I don't know, man. I just got here.
Okay, well, you just got here. Now you're in it too. Name and badge number. You should have stopped that officer. I warned him. I warned him that he was.
Yeah.
That's your badge number?
Oh, no.
Who's coming out to talk to me? Okay, guys, there it is. South Padre Island Police. They've all scattered like a bunch of scared rats because they know that they stepped in it big time. I was grabbed. I was roughed up. Okay. And I had handcuffs thrown on me. And now they've all scattered. I'm going to go live.
Notice how a higher ranking officer intervenes and immediately changes the tone of the situation. The previously hostile officer shifts to a more cooperative stance once he realizes the severity of his actions. This sudden change underscores the importance of knowing your rights. When individuals are aware of their legal protections, they can effectively manage such confrontations. Let's continue watching to see how the situation resolves.
I'm sorry. No, you're trespassing right now. That's why I'm asking you what you're doing.
Trespassing on public property that I paid for?
Yes.
Can I have your name badge number, please?
Yes. You can.
Yo, take
this. I know who you are. Okay. So what is it you're doing back here?
Hey, guys.
Your phone is perfectly fine.
Hey,
and
guys,
it's on still. See
go
that?
ahead and call.
Step
South
over
Padre
here.
Island,
We're talking to you. So step over here and tell us what you're doing back here. This is private property, and that's why we're asking you.
How can a police department be private property?
You have an ID with you.
How can a police department?
You have an ID with you, sir.
Ma'am, did you turn my phone off?
You got a.
That's a violation of my First Amendment.
What's your full name and date of birth?
Supervisor?
What's your full name and date of birth?
Can I please talk to a supervisor?
What's your full name and date of birth?
You guys are working on getting a lawsuit. Can you
So
please-
listen, you're fixing to be arrested for failure to ID if you don't identify yourself.
That's a secondary charge. What's the
Do
primary
you
charge?
understand?
What's the
Do
primary
you
charge?
understand?
What's the primary charge, sir?
What is your name and date of birth?
Sir, what's the primary charge?
You are being detained
I'm
right
not
now.
gonna answer anything. If I'm detained, then I don't have to talk to you. I like my lawyer, please.
Thank you.
And if I'm not detained, I'm free.
What is your name and date of birth then?
Like my attorney.
Shut him down. Make sure he doesn't have any weapons on. He's back here walking by the units recording. Yeah. So he's just detained right now. I'll cut him loose. I don't mind, but. Huh?
Yeah, he's one of those. Really?
Yeah, that's fine with me.
So wait. You guys gonna let me go now?
Yeah, we'll let you go. Let's
Appreciate
take him and walk him over there.
Can you please make sure my phone is still on? If you turn off my phone, I'll be filing a lawsuit against you for violating my First Amendment rights. That phone
Let's
is
take him
my
over.
record.
Cuffs off.
Can I please get my phone first? I want my phone to record this.
What do you need?
That is my
I said
official
let's
record.
walk him
Cannot
over.
interfere with my First Amendment right. Please bring my phone back.
I don't know who that was.
Ma'am? Please record them taking my handcuffs off. You're gonna calm the down next time?
Oh, I'm very calm.
You ran up and grabbed me, threw handcuffs on me for a First Amendment.
I don't know what you're back here for.
You just got yourself in a world
Go ahead.
You don't need to know what I'm back here for. What did I do, sir? What was your reasonable, articulable suspicion that I had committed a crime, was about to commit a crime, or had just committed a crime?
You're standing
What was
around
it?
walking back to recording us and our
Oh,
unit.
so that's against the law? Recording you is against the law. Did you hear that, guys? This was Officer, sorry, what's your name and badge number?
David Laird.
Sorry?
David Laird.
Good, I'm gonna get to know it very well.
Okay.
You'll be listed in the lawsuit.
You have that
Well,
card for that other one?
It's up there in the front.
Yeah.
I need everyone's badge. I need every no. Pretty long, what do you think?
So we need fences back here. You have your card or the card?
Yeah.
No, they're waiting over here so I can get them.
Oh, yes, sir. Did you take the picture?
I got the photos.
Did you observe the complete turnaround in the officer's behavior? The aggressive demeanor swiftly transforms into compliance once the higher-ups recognize the misconduct. This officer is now facing a lawsuit due to his actions. Many viewers have asked whether these incidents lead to actual legal actions or just complaints. In this case, the auditor took legal action and successfully defended his rights in court. It's a powerful reminder of the importance of understanding and asserting your rights. Thank you for watching Cops and Consequences. Make sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you never miss an update on the latest stories in legal battles involving law enforcement. Empower yourself with knowledge and join our community today.